Okay, it's been about a year since our last kid moved out and we became empty nesters. And in that time, my husband and I have made some simple changes to our lives that have made us healthier and even more connected as a couple. So today I'm going to go over those 4 changes, exactly what we did that made such an impact on our lives. And also, this video is being sponsored by Thrive Market. More on that in a minute. We have simplified how we eat, and that has probably made the biggest life change. We've always been relatively healthy eaters, but we really didn't look at our food too carefully. Now we eat about 80 to 90% whole foods. We don't eat prepackaged foods and things that have many ingredients. We basically shop for ingredients. And I gotta tell you, shopping that way is so much easier and so much simpler. We're shopping in our grocery store and pretty much sticking to the perimeter of fruits and vegetables and proteins and real carbs like potatoes. So my husband has always been the one to do the grocery shopping. He's done that since my kids were little. He likes shopping for the deals and coupons and all that. That's always been his thing. And so I never really went with him. In fact, I pretty much hated grocery shopping. That's changed. And so changing the way we eat actually made us closer. We started researching together. We started shopping together, and we would figure out what we actually wanted to eat and would be also good for us. So in a weird way, grocery shopping has actually made us closer. I'm not kidding, it really has. So our dinners are simpler. It's pretty much a protein, a vegetable, and sometimes a carb, sometimes not. We do a lot of baking, grilling, and sometimes broiling. And it just makes it so much easier because, again, it's simpler. We kind of cook like our grandmothers cooked, very simple. So my husband does have a sweet tooth, but even he has simplified. We've been able to get some treats from Thrive Market, but he also will just grab a handful or a little bowl full of dark chocolate morsels, and that satisfies him instead of going for that huge bowl of ice cream. And for me, I just grab some fruit right after dinner, and that's pretty much my dessert. I don't have a huge sweet tooth. And that makes it simple, and it's also satisfying. As I said before, one of the biggest changes that we made was that we are eating whole foods. We aren't eating processed foods. We aren't eating seed oils as much as we possibly can. One thing that makes that so easy is ordering from Thrive Market. And I'm happy to say that this portion is being sponsored by Thrive Market. So Thrive Market is on a mission to make healthy and sustainable living affordable for everyone. Not only do they make it so that their prices are extremely competitive, making it so that you can get healthy food without having a premium price, but also every annual membership sponsors a free membership for a family in need. They promise that on every box that they send. Okay, so I can't wait to show you what's in my order, because some things I did order again. This is one of them I ordered again. Essentials sourdough bread. All you have to do is throw it in the oven and warm it up, and all the ingredients are organic. I know my husband is particularly excited about this one. Okay, this is one of the things I order almost every time, I should say, and it is their collagen peptides. I use this because I have arthritis, so this really does help with my joints. Okay, this is for my husband because he has a sweet tooth. This is the Unreal Dark Chocolate Peanut Butter Cups. So it's an alternative to the other peanut butter cups out there. This is one thing I actually used today for our dinner. We're having a chuck roast or a roast, whatever. And I like to put beef broth in it. So I want to use a good one. So this is grass-fed beef bone broth. So I actually got 2 of these. I used one up. And then I also got some chicken bone broth, which is organic, and it's not only organic, it's made from pasture-raised chicken bones. So this took the work out of it for me. Again, it simplifies our way of being healthy. We can use this easily and not have to make our own, but sometimes I do. This is one thing I needed to have. Again, it's organic, it's whole grain, it's stone ground, so this will make some very good corn muffins. And thankfully, it has the recipe right on the back. Okay, obviously it is November and we're going to be making some pumpkin pies and pumpkin bread. So I got some organic pumpkin. That's all it is, it's pumpkin. Sticking with our whole food way of eating. And then I wanted to make sure I had all the spices I needed for the upcoming holiday months. So I had some that I was missing. So one was ground ginger. I also needed some sage for soups, and I needed some basil. And all of these are organic. So I'm about to show you a bunch of ways that you can save using Thrive Market. So if you go to the description box below, you'll see my link. That will give you 30% off your first order plus a free gift. And if your order is over $49, you get free shipping. So during the month of November, it is the cyber sale, which means you get 20% off certain products. She's wrong. It's 25% off, not 20. These are products that you actually will want and need, especially during November and the holiday events coming up. Not only that, but there's a cyber weekend sale. So you're going to want to order a couple times because, again, you get that free shipping when it's over $49. So cyber weekend is November 28th, 29th, and 30th, and you get 30% off certain products. And there's hundreds of them. So don't forget to go down in the description box below and stack those savings. There's so many ways to save. Now is an amazing time to get your own membership at Thrive Market. So thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, we got rid of the extras in our home. We realized our home was still set up for a family of 4. I think it's hard to accept that change. It was hard for us. When you're constantly looking at the extras, it kind of feels overwhelming and you feel like you can't dig out. When we simplified some of the things, and it's not even big things, like we had extra cups in our cupboard. We don't have that many people to drink that much stuff. So I got rid of the ones that we just never grab, and we kept enough. So if we have people over, we still have that. But our everyday dishes, we just don't need to have that much. Even towels. We didn't need as many towels as we used to have. So I got rid of a bunch of towels and I only kept 2 sets. So this one's a set of 4, this one's a set of 2. So if we have guests, we have enough for other people. Hand towels and sheets and things like that are just the same thing. We only need for the beds that we have. I got rid of the rest. And when we had less stuff to clean, store, and organize, we had more time to spend together and doing the things that we actually like to do. And I even downsized my makeup because it made it much easier for me to film beauty reviews for this channel. Okay, we're not done yet. We're a little over halfway there, but what we've done so far has actually made quite a difference. Okay, we made it easier to work out consistently, and that was really important. It's gotta be easy. So my husband, his name is Doug, still loves to work out at Planet Fitness, and I do too, but I wanted to be able to work out at home as well. So we turned this guest room into a workout room. Now it's still a guest room. This is actually a Murphy bed. We made it so all of the things in this room can actually be taken out relatively easy. And this can be brought down and it can be transformed into a guest room. So then I can come in here anytime I want and be able to work out. And that made it so that I do it consistently. And this was actually relatively easy to transform into a workout room. It's a very small room. So here's the things that we put into it. First is this rebounder, which is basically a small trampoline. I got it on Amazon. I liked it because it had a bar, so it made it a little bit more safer for me to jump. This I use pretty much in the beginning of each workout, about 3 to 5 minutes. It's not a cardio kind of thing. It's just to get my body warmed up and moving a bit. Then we also have some free weights or dumbbells. These go from 3 pounds all the way up to 25 pounds. The most recent ones are these from WeGym. Okay, they're pricey. I'll just admit right there, they are pricey. But here's the reason why I really liked them. First, they have a coating on them that doesn't hurt my hands. Also, they are square. So when I put them down, they're not gonna roll away, which I never realized was important until I started working out with round ones and they would roll away. So I love that these are square. And I do like that they're pretty looking. And just recently, for my birthday last month, my husband bought me a workout bench. I've been wanting one for a while, and this made it so that I can do some moves that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. This is pretty new to me. Again, I've only had it since last month. I'm still learning things on how to use it, but it has already made a difference in my workouts. So I'm so glad we added it into the workout room. Oh, and I also just got this Pilates ball. I have no idea how to use this yet, but I'm gonna learn. I keep hearing that it's great to put between your feet and you can do lifts with your legs and your stomach. I don't know. It's supposed to be wonderful. So I bought this from We Gym as well because I wanted it to match my dumbbells. I know I'm a little over the top, but I do like it to look nice in here. I do have these bands. That's relatively new to me as well, so I'm getting used to that. And if you can see, that's a TRX. I will admit I have hardly even tried it. I can't get over the fact that it might come off the wall if I lean too far. My husband assures me it won't. But I will admit I'm just scared to use it, so I got to get over that. A couple things that make it a little bit more enjoyable is I can put music on. I use this Bose speaker. This we've had for quite a while. It connects to my phone and I just use Spotify, and I have playlists that make it fun to work out. And I know it's silly, but these towels are game changers. I sweat a lot, especially on my face. So being able to just wipe off the sweat as I work out has made a big change. I know that that's just so silly, but it has really made a difference in my workouts. That and a ceiling fan above me to keep me cool, and I'm set. I can do a full body workout very easily in about a half hour to 45 minutes. Afterwards, I usually go for a walk. And you may be wondering why my curtains are tied up like that. It's because we have a kitten and he loves to climb up curtains. And if the weather doesn't permit me going for a walk, I do have a walking pad that I have in my office. This has been great as well because sometimes the weather just doesn't cooperate. I can lift up my desk because it's a standing desk, and I put my monitors on a monitor stand like an arm, and I can pull it closer to me because let's admit my over 50, almost 60-year-old eyes make it hard to see, and this will regulate how close it is to me while I'm on the walking pad. Another big change is we decided that we needed to move our bodies every day on purpose. One of those things is walking. So my husband likes to walk during lunch when he's at work, his lunch hour. I usually go out in the morning after I do my workout, sometimes before, but usually after I do weights. And I try to get a minimum of 30 minutes, which for me at my pace is about 1.5 miles. And sometimes before or after dinner, my husband and I will go for a walk together. That's something that really has helped us connect because when you're walking, you're not looking at your phone, you're not talking to somebody else, you're not looking at a TV. You're together. So we're doing it on purpose as far as we're moving our bodies, but we're also together and that helps us connect. Okay, and weekends, that's for biking. We became a little obsessed during lockdown in 2020. We biked so much and it just never stopped from that point forward. We usually don't have time to go biking during the weekday, but on weekends, we will either take a Saturday or Sunday, sometimes both, and we'll find some trails near us. There is an app that we absolutely love. It's called Trail Link. I will link it below. It helps you find all the trails that are near you wherever you are in the United States. And no, I'm not sponsored or connected in any way. I just use the app. And one of the things, especially this summer, that has made a big change is we did some weekend getaways based completely on riding our bikes. So my husband loves to plan these things, which I truly appreciate because he's better at it than me. But we'll just look for towns that are in a couple hours drive, so it's not like we'd have to fly anywhere. So our entire weekend is based around us being together as a couple and also moving our bodies. And that has made a big change as well. So it's exercise that feels like fun, but it also keeps us connected. So these small changes have made a world of difference on how we feel and even how we connect as a couple. Don't forget to check out the description box below where you can find my Thrive Market link. Thank you to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. If you'd like to see some other ways that I have changed my life over the past years, specifically for my health, I'll link the video here that will show you that. I'll see you over there. God bless.